With that being said, let's hop to it. Phew. Carrying all those Mantanga may have been the truth. Had enough rest, have you? You never were one for being idle. Right. Varshan bade us come to Meghaduta at our earliest convenience. The others will join us there once they have finished tending to the prisoners. Ah, wait, on second thought, you and Estinian should go on ahead. I need to make a quick detour by the Great Work. We left Grahan the alchemist's care, you see, but to fetch him before he's crammed into a specimens jar. Just you and me, then. The guardsman at the gate should wave us through. Fighting or riding the father of all dragons as a mount. I just that gets me every time. I mean, that would be like Needhog being a mount, which he might be. I don't know. I haven't had the chance to really look into that because I figure we'll do questing and mount farming and all that other stuff later on in the game. Once we've gotten to Endwalker and can start doing. Not to say that this isn't fun, but more specific, right? With, you know, actual end goals where you can get from point A to point B quickly and not slowly meander across everything. And yeah, I mean, with this summoner being at level 90 already, almost 87. Although, maybe I should do the ninja, because I'm still at level 81 stuff, content. It might behoove me, because what's the dark side? 82? Yeah, I think I'll keep my DPS. Yeah, I think this is the route we're going to take. With the tower gone, I expect that the state of alert will be lifted. Service S. Ah, honored scions, you are free to enter at your leisure. Ooh. As I cannot leave my post, I'm afraid you must make your own way. Should you require directions in the city, the sentry station at the fountain atop the steps should be glad to assist you. Here we go. Problem solved. Though I have been to Radzenhan before, this place is a veritable maze. Rather than risk getting lost, we had best ask for directions from the sentry at the fountain. Lead the way, and don't expect me to act as your tour guide like certain others. So standoffish. Much wow. So cool. You know, I never understood why the ninja didn't get the Peloton ability. That would only make sense, I guess. Ah, Mr. Segenhoft, I presume. I understand you are here for an audience with the satrap. If you require directions to Meghaduta, I should be glad to provide them. The satrap's residence is situated in Dharma, the highest part of Radzenhan. To get there, I would ordinarily recommend a route that takes you by the bazaars in the city's north. Due to the state of alert, however, most businesses are currently closed and the Aetherite disabled. As such, I will provide you with an alternate path. First, please ascend the steps next to this fountain and continue north. There will be more steps, and upon ascending them, you will emerge on Pox's path. Proceed through the large door on the right, and you will arrive at Ruveda Fibers. Within, you will find another sentry who will give you further guidance. In other words, we head up. Sounds straightforward enough. Well, that's a problem. I want the Aetherite so I can attune and not have to walk here next time. Don't be disabled. No! So... I mean, I get that it said it was disabled, but I figured I could still attune, you know? Screw me, I guess. What does the Stinian have to say? Ah, yes, I know about this portal. It leads to a nearby isle, the treasure vault of one of Radzatan's wealthiest families. They took the god of luck for their guardian, on account of which they occasionally open up a section of their vaults, for aspiring treasure hunters to try their own luck, or so they say. There are also coffers, hidden across the land that act as portals. Find one, and you gain access to the vault. That's interesting. Something to bear in mind in case you exhaust your funds while on the road. 'Tis a troublesome experience, as I can personally attest. So, Vault Hunter, huh? I wonder when that becomes available as a minigame. And if it's even like that, I mean... it might not be all that it's cracked up to be. Al-Zadal. Pretty doors. Heading to Meghaduta, are you? In that case, please follow this hallway to my right and go through the door at the top of the stairs. You'll emerge at the entrance to the airship landing, where another sentry should be on hand to assist you. Incidentally, if you ascend the steps to either side of me, you'll find the workshops of Ruveda Fibers. Though you're free to observe the artisans, take care not to lose your way. Ah, Thavnairian weave. Hard to imagine more vibrant stuff. I dare say Americ would be partial to the gold thread. And the blue, of course. He loves his blue. I've never put much thought into what I wear. A spare set of clothing is usually all I carry, and if that isn't enough, I can always obtain something locally. Same. I've never been much for fashion. That's why I wear dad sweaters. But I am actually kind of cold. That is not the doorway. If you're here for an airship, I'm afraid all flights have been suspended until further notice. So the state of alert is still in effect. Perhaps it's for the best. That aside, we're not here for an airship. We have business at Meghaduta. Oh, in that case, permit me to direct you. From here it's quite simple, really. Ascend these steps and then continue straight ahead and across the bridge. You can't miss it. You know, for a Stinian not being much of a tour guide, there are plenty of little chat things suggesting otherwise. Ah, I remember passing by here with Varshan. The situation being as it was, he regretted not being able to show us the sights. Life has yet to return to normal here, but when it does, you have to pay another visit. Though the city is confusing, the food is quite good. I'm partial to Hamsa myself. The meat's surprisingly tender and flavorful. You ride 'em, you eat 'em. Nice. Is this the mount stall or the feeding stall, I wonder? Try attuning to this Aethernote shard at least. Hopefully I don't have to walk around here twice. There it is. Well, at least I can use that. Greetings and welcome to Megaduta. May I inquire after your business? We are members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, come at the invitation of His Excellency. Of course, we have been expecting you. I will show you to the audience chamber if you would please follow me. I'm gonna grab my jacket real fast. They keep my house so cold.
Are we the last to arrive? I hope we've not kept you waiting.
Not at all. Your comrade is feeling better, I trust.
Much better, thank you. Harness remedies are certainly potent in more ways than one.
One becomes accustomed to the taste, although I hope you never have cause to do so. Pray, take your ease.
Full glad I am to see you all unharmed.
Valiant scions, for your heroism, you have my boundless gratitude. You cast down that dire tower and set free its hapless captives. You cleanse their souls of its corrupting influence. No words of thanks will suffice. In place of platitudes, I offer a bounty of warding scales. Pray accept your due reward, along with the goodwill of Radzathan.
Alchemists throughout the land were put to work in the forging of your talismans. The finished ones have been collected, and now await you at the High Crucible of Alchemia. Present this letter when you are ready to take them into your possession.
We are humbled by your generosity. Know that the inventive wisdom of Radzathan will be vital in restoring serenity to our star.
Every single one of those scales came from you, didn't they? You must still be in such pain.
Oh, shit.
'Tis of no moment. A mere annoyance compared to the dreadful suffering inflicted upon this land and its people.
I thought he shed them or something.
Albeit brief. My involvement in the Dragonsong War afforded me a glimpse of the myriad sorrows which consumed both dragon and man.
Yeah, I mean, I thought for sure they shedded scales or something like that, not just ripping them out of his flesh.
Though you were half a world away, such tragedies as befell your kin must have affected you deeply. And yet, you chose to live among men.
In the age when that conflict first bloomed, my choice had already been made. In some distant place, man slew dragon, and dragon slaughtered man. Yet no hate could I muster for those smiling faces which did look to me for guidance. Not even my brother's righteous rage could rally me to his cause. I huddled here, secret and still, hoping against hope that which I had built would remain untouched by the chaos and carnage.
'Twould seem we share the same desire for peace, great Vritra. To that end, I wonder if we might trouble you with another question. The Telophoroi are intent on recreating the final days, an apocalyptic event which we know to predate the sundering of the star. As the longest lived among us, know you aught of this terrible cataclysm?
Nay. When war and strife drove my sire from his home, he crossed the great expanse with only our unhatched eggs as company. He alighted upon a shattered source, its 13 reflections long since scattered beyond the rift.
That's gnarly.
Of events preceding his arrival, he knoweth naught, save that which Hydralin hath deigned to disclose.
I see. So again, 'tis the inscrutable Hydralin to whom you must look for answers.
She's like, so we have to rely on God to answer these questions. Wonderful.
Seek you to divine the will of this star? If so, I have a tale which may afford you some small comfort.
Story time.
'Tis a story from my youth, many, many years ago. To my sire, I once posed the question, of all the stars in the sky, why didst thou settle upon this one? To which Midgardsormr did reply, 'twas the last bastion of hope. He believed so long as Hydralin endured, so too might dragonkind. Solemn and portentous were his words. What deeper meaning they held, I could not, dared not pursue. 'Tis a stone I've left unturned ever since. Yet take you solace in the knowledge that whatsoever Hydralin does strive towards, 'tis an ideal which hath earned my sire's conviction.
Thank you, Vritra. You've given us warm reassurance in a world gripped by cold uncertainty.
While I'm sure we all have a great many questions, I think it's time we collect the talismans and be on our way. Our fight against the Telophoroi is far from finished.
It doesn't seem like we're getting much
We
more.
must take our leave, but please do inform us if we can provide any further assistance.
I didn't see anybody else courtesy. Certainly not the warrior of light.
Prithee, a moment. There is one whom my sire hath judged worthy of honor and respect. The one known to men as Eorzea's champion. This hero of renown and rumor, 'tis thee.
Midgardsormr and I have crossed paths, yes. I only wish you could be here with us now. I feel like that's certainly gonna be funnier, but we'll go with that.
I know of his clash with Omega and the long slumber which was his price.
Oh, so he's not dead.
Yet even closed in sleep, my father's eyes are far from blind. He is watching over thee, watching over this world. 'Twas a revelation most pleasing that thou, a child of man, had gained Midgardsormr's trust. But alongside mine elation runneth a rivulet of dread.
See, I wonder if that's foreshadowing. Is Midgardsormr gonna come back? Stay tuned.
For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, weal enmeshed with woe. Amidst this tangled knot thou shalt know no rest. 'Tis an endless confluence of forces, a struggle without surcease. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence.
Damn.
Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation. The hope thou wilt need come the end.
Gonna be honest with you though, I did not recognize the majority of them except for Minfilia.
Even cowering behind my curtain, I know the suffering of the powerful. I have watched my siblings driven mad by loss. Thus do I exhort thee to spare no effort to keep thy loved ones safe.
Apologies. We hadn't meant to interrupt.
It's just that we do have a history of suddenly collapsing, and when you didn't follow us out...
'Tis I who must apologize. I have detained your champion overlong with idle chatter.
But I mean, really, do you say no to a dragon? Like, who just says, "Hey, buddy, can I go?" It's a dragon. You respect the dragon.
Go. At war's end, I pray I welcome thee back into my hall, where together with thy joyful comrades, you may toast your triumph.
Bet. None of those two better be dying. That better not be like some dragon future sight nonsense. Just saying. Oh, I really am too low of level. Awkward. Well... Oh, straight up, I can't. Well... I guess we're gonna just let the rich get richer. Nothing. Very well, if you say so. The others have gone ahead to the High Crucible. Let's catch up to them.